Good morning. So this reading is for Thursday, July 24th, and we do have the new moon in the sign of Leo today. So I'm just going to pull a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. So let's see what comes out. Current energy. And future energy. I am not surprised to see this coming through. So at the bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is pause or delay, but it's really so that you can see things from a different point of view. Get that big picture perspective on the entire situation. See details that maybe you weren't able to see before, or understand how everything kind of all works together here. And so the Hanged Man showing up at the bottom of the deck, I actually get the sense that this has been going on for a while. I'm not getting a lot of delays going forward. I'm getting more delays in the past. And so it feels like things are actually going to be picking up from a momentum standpoint. When I look at the past here, I am getting the Five of Cups, which is about needing to shift your perspective. The Three of Cups that are standing don't require your attention. The ones that are still standing do. So shifting your focus. But the message here, and I'm going to complete out these cards, it feels a lot like turning your back on something, because I'm getting the moon energy and I'm also getting the Knight of Cups. And so the way that these cards look together, both the Five of Cups, the guy in the Five of Cups, and the person on the Knight, or the Knight on the horse here, they both turn their back on the moon. So whatever this is, it's turning your back on something. Like, I've done all of the work that I can possibly do, and I'm just ready to move on with my life. I can't put any more effort and energy into a situation anymore. Whatever represents the moon for you, it feels like you're ready for a new chapter, a new beginning. There's something about this moon, and it feels like a release of something here, and so that you're able to move on, because it almost reads like a story. For me, this is left to right, and so needing to shift your perspective. Something here required your attention. It was emotional underneath the surface. Both of these feel underneath the surface. And then whatever it is that you did to kind of shift your perspective into the positive, you're using that as, okay, I'm going to use this energy. I'm going to move forward. I'm ready to get out of this negative space. I'm moving on from a situation. I'm literally turning my back on it. And so when I look at the current energy here, I'm getting the Magician, the World, and the Ten of Wands. So the Magician's about manifesting what you want, your goals and dreams. The World is on the other side of that. So it feels like whatever you walked away from, whatever you left behind, it's coming to its natural close. It didn't require any more effort on your part. It's almost like a tower moment happened here, where it said, okay, we're just going to remove this from your life. You don't need to focus on this anymore. What we want you to focus on is your future. What kind of life do you want to live here with the Magician energy? Because the World and the Ten of Wands are both kind of looking to me like past energy, that this is what you were walking away from. You could only put in so much effort and energy into a situation before you said, this is getting to be too much. I'm not getting anything out of this anymore. I've done everything that I can possibly do. I just need to move on from this. So whether that was you hit this point in your healing process and you're just ready for the next chapter, or it was maybe burdens and responsibilities or something else connected to just whatever these cups were that spilled over. The Ten of Wands and the Three of Cups that spilled over in this card feel very heavily connected. Regardless of whatever it is that you're turning your back on, because it just, no additional effort was going to get you a different result. And so you decided, okay, I'm ready to move on. I'm focusing on the future. And that's exactly what the universe wants you to do. It's giving you this bird's eye view of the entire situation so that you can draw that conclusion, so that you can just move forward. That's what the purpose of the Hanged Man was. It was to show you where maybe your effort was being wasted, or you were just devoting too much energy into a situation and not getting anything out of it. That's why the Hanged Man was here. And this is where I'm not getting delays in the future. I'm getting them more in the past. It was this. It was so that you could see, you know what, it's time to just put those wands down, just move forward. Don't keep carrying around all of those burdens and responsibilities. When I look at the future energy here, I'm getting the Queen of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So that Queen of Wands is taking some sort of action. Two of Wands based on the potential that you see. And so this is that magician energy. This is focusing on the future, moving in that direction, really kind of looking at the entire picture to say, okay, what exactly do I need to do? What steps do I need to take in order to go down this path? Because I can see the big picture and I know where I want to go. I am getting the Nine of Swords. So there is some sort of stress, fear, or anxiety showing up along the way. So we'll get more details and find out what is happening there. Tell me about that Five of Cups. The Moon. Knight of Cups. So with the Five of Cups here, I'm getting the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, you kept trying to put energy into a situation. Page tells me that you weren't really getting any kind of benefit out of it or any kind of reward. It almost kept you stuck. That Page of Wands is kind of coming across as like a hamster wheel. And you just kept going round and round and round and you weren't getting yourself anywhere. So you decided to turn your back on whatever this is. And it feels like the minute that you did, you got your power back. You took control of the situation here. The Moon energy, those things hidden in shadow, whatever was beneath the surface, once you stop kind of facing it and really putting your energy and effort into it, because you weren't getting anything out of it, the Emperor kind of came out of that energy. It's almost like that resurrection energy. You took your power back here with the Emperor to say, you know what, I'm ready for something better. I'm ready for my next chapter. You make up your mind with that Emperor energy and you just move in that direction. It's Aries energy. It's Mars energy specifically. And so once your mind was made up, that was it. You're starting a new path. And that's exactly how this is playing out. The Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups feels a lot like a new start, new beginning based on the choices that you made and just recognizing that there are some situations where you can put in all of the effort and just never get what you want out of it. That's okay. That just means that it's time to move on. You don't need to keep wasting your time there. You're not meant to be stuck in that energy. Tell me about the Magician. So with the Magician energy, I'm actually getting the Unknown card. It's specific to this deck. This deck has 79 cards. Normal Tarot has 78. And so the Unknown card, very similar to the Magician. You're manifesting. You don't know necessarily how things are going to play out, but that doesn't stop you from dreaming. That doesn't stop you from planning to make your goals here a reality. It's because you're shifting. You're shifting into your own power. And what I'm getting here with the World and the Seven of Pentacles, so the Seven of Pentacles is investment. You're going to get the fruits of your labor over time. It's not something you're going to get an immediate result. But what you're doing is walking away from a situation, literally turning your back on it, really does allow you to start investing in your future. It's that Magician energy coming into play. It's that let's plant the seeds so that my dreams can become a reality here. And then with the Ten of Wands, I'm getting the Three of Swords. So that Ten of Wands energy, that burdens, the responsibilities, Three of Swords, that healing. And so letting go of all the burdens and responsibilities allows for healing to take place. This Three of Swords is heartache. And so healing from the heartache, letting go of maybe kind of hitting that point. Because you can overthink or overanalyze a situation. Like, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? And you just keep putting energy into a situation, but you're not getting anything more out of it. And I know I've said that a few times, but it's coming through in the context of healing. And so if you kept working through a wound, at some point, you just have to put it down and walk away from it. You're not going to be able to do anything more. Like once you hit the point of being healed, you don't need to keep going. And that's how the energy is coming through. When you can get to the point of not being triggered, feeling indifferent towards a person or a situation, it's the heartache that I'm picking up on. And so that feeling of indifference means that you've healed, that you don't let that affect you anymore because it doesn't affect you anymore. And so you don't need to keep going. The work is done. Tell me about this Queen of Wands here. And the Nine of Swords. So with the Queen of Wands, I'm getting the Hanged Man that was at the bottom of the deck here. And so Queen of Wands, Hanged Man energy, you're going down the path. You can see how things are supposed to play out or what goals you've set and just how to get there. So you're not hesitating here, not at all. I'm getting a lot of Emperor energy even showing up here in this Queen with the Hanged Man. And so once your mind is made up that you're going to move down a specific path, you're going to go down it. And so Two of Wands with the Three of Wands feels like it's connected to that Seven of Pentacles where you're investing in yourself, investing in your future. Patience is required. You know this is going to take time. You're not going to get that immediate benefit from doing all the work up front, but it's definitely in your best interest to do it because you're going to get a benefit later. And here I'm getting the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is that self-imposed prison of the mind. So when it comes to the future, maybe it's connected to not getting immediate results or just how everything is going to play out holistically with that Hanged Man energy. But overthinking is leading to a lot of stress, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. It's things that are lurking beneath the surface. It's this kind of fear of failure or not achieving the results or something connected to that. So I'm actually going to pull a little bit of guidance on how to get yourself out of that mentality, that stress, the fear, the anxiety. So what I'm getting here with the Queen of Swords, release, surrender. Hanged Man, same energy. Surrender to the path, surrender to the process. Things are actually going better than you believe they are, because I'm also getting at the Six of Pentacles here. And so this tells me that things are opening up for you, that there's a feeling of generosity that comes from getting the rewards, getting the benefits, feeling balanced and grounded within yourself, that you have those additional resources or energy, effort, whatever it is that you can share with other people. I'm also getting the Magician of focusing on manifesting your goals and dreams. So it's not about, okay, is this actually going to come to fruition or anything like that? It's kind of almost keep your head down, keep focus on what you're doing, trust the process. Things are going to work out. Surrender control, surrender the steps that are taken or the details on how everything unfolds, and really just trust the process here. So this is the reading for Thursday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.